Up to here we have finished yesterday that uh, one sample t-test we have covered, the two tail and right tail or left tail, and today now we will show factor analysis later on. First we keep it continue the hypothesis testing, then I will do it. Okay, I will cover it. I know that. There is one data set which is SAS file we have, and I have to run this library for SAS file. I want to read the SAS file here, and I don't have that SAS file here, so I have to pick it up from some other folder. So I will run this, and I will get one pop-up window, and I will go to the folder where I have kept it. This is in the data set SAS file. I will see it is a HBS. This is my that file I want here. So there are, I have given the object name D, and there are 200 observations and array in variables, and I will show you the variables. There is ID, then the female, yes is 1 and no is for 0. 0 is for male. Race is there. As here in India, we see the SC, ST, OBC, and the general. In the foreign countries, they use there is mostly race is very important element over there. There is a 4, 1, 2, 3 is given for that race, and the SE is the socioeconomic status. The 1 for the low, 2 for the middle, and 3 for the high socioeconomic status, and the school type. So 1, 2 in this way, the school type, the good school or public, private, in this way. Program is there, what are the programs are running, 1, 2, 3, this sort of programs, first program, second program, third program, the courses, and the read write, the marks in the reading and marks in the writing, and the marks in the mathematics and the marks in the science and the social science. So this is given to us in this data. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
About the data? Okay. So now I am using dplyr is not compulsory here, and I am taking one hypothesis, null hypothesis. There is no significant difference in writing and reading skills of the student. Okay, so the same student writing and reading we are judging. Okay, and what is happening here? It is a peer t-test because the dependent. Okay, the pre and post, like that it is. The same students we are also judging the reading and the writing, the same thing. So t-test we will write $$ read and $$ write, and the paired is equal to true. It is a paired t-test. So I will get these values over here. This is the paired t-test, and this is the t value. This is our DF, degree of freedom, 199 out of 200 n minus 1 in the pair test. P value is 0.368. Is it accepted or rejected? Our null hypothesis. Accepted, because the P value is greater than 0.05. So there is no significant difference between writing and reading skills of the students. Okay, the students whose writing is good, reading is also good, better. Whose writing is bad, reading is bad. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Now we see the unpaired t-test. So here we are taking some other data, wine quality. So wine quality data we are going to take here. I have taken that data. Previously we have taken that data. So I take the data now here again. Yesterday we had taken that data. And for this I have to change that working directory. And then I read this data. Or everybody knows this data about the acidity and this all thing is given. Once I more remove uh, explaining, the fixed acidity is given: volatile acidity, citric acid, residual sugar, chlorides, free sulfur dioxide, total sulfur dioxide density, pH value, sulfates, alcohol, and the quality of the wine. These are the variables we have. And what we want here, in unpaired two sample t-test, first I would like to show you something. Labels we will see in the quality. So it is null because it is a character. Okay. So we will see the unique values. The unique values are the quality is the starts from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the quality of the wine. Okay, they have given some rank to the quality. So alcohol percentage are significantly difference between wine quality 3 and wine quality 9. We have to check it. Okay. For this, we are taking one null hypothesis. There is no significant difference in alcohol percent between wine quality 3 and wine quality 9. Of the wine quality, there is only one column. We have the wine quality. And in that column, we have all the 3 and 4 and 5 and in this way. So first we have to allocate those observations which are related to quality 3 and quality 9. Now we have to separate it, so that we have a requirement of deployer. Okay. So I will show you the table of wine quality. You see the wine quality 3 has only 20 observation, 4 has 163. But we are comparing 3 and 9. So wine quality 9 has only 5 observations. 5 batches have 9 quality wine. 20 batches have 3 quality wine. So the number are different. So it's the independent test. Okay. So I am taking independent vector for quality 3 and the quality 9, alcohol quality 3 and alcohol quality 9. And I am wine quality alcohol. I am taking the alcohol value for 3 and for 9 separate. So I will show you. First I run this. I will show you wine quality 3. There are 20 observations we have. So you see, this is the alcohol percentage of wine quality 3 only. This is the alcohol in that. And this is the 9, we have the 5 observations. We will get the 5, that alcohol. Okay. Does that make sense to you? Is there any doubt, anyone? So length, you know that the 20 and 5 I am telling to you. So first of all, we have to check whether their variance is equal or not. So we have to check the variance test first, and for independent samples. So our alternate have a true ratio of the variance is not equal to 1. So true ratio of variance is equal to 1. The variance are equal in the both. I explain you this. Change the color and And just take, oh, it is too much. So it is the variance of wine quality 9. No? Variance of wine quality 9 over, sorry, 3. There is a 3 we are writing first and 9 we are writing later. I just clearly I will write it. You could understand it. Variance of wine quality 3 over variance of wine quality 9. It is, you see, the ratio of the variance is not equal to 1. So not equal to 1, it means this ratio of variance is equal to 1. Our null hypothesis has been accepted, alternate hypothesis has been rejected. So this not will not, or is equal to 1. So what will happen? Variance of wine quality 3 is equal to variance of wine quality 9. Variance are equal. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Null hypothesis, there is no difference in the variance.
So one question.
Yeah.
Why are we why are we checking if the variance is equal or not before proceeding for the test?
Because the t-test, you know that I have in the one, my PPT, I have written that the spread net should be different.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then we could apply the parametric test.
Ah, okay. Got it.
If we direct apply the parametric test, I will explain you the mistake, what will be the result. Okay, the
Okay.
mistake in the result, I will explain you that also. So this,
Okay.
everybody understand this thing? Yeah. If
Yes, sir.
someone
Yes.
has doubt, no. So this variance is equal. If the variance is equal, then you have to switch to non-parametric test. Does that make sense to you? Okay. But
Yes, sir.
here in the t-test, there is one algorithm which works, and I will not explain much more about that algorithm, but I will explain you. If I don't write variance dot equal to true, you will see what I get the output. I know that the variance is equal. I have done that variance test. That is very compulsory in the independent two sample test. Okay. You read this result and explain me what is there is wrong. There is something wrong. What is that thing? Read the result carefully.
Degrees of freedom in fraction.
Correct. Correct. Degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is always a natural number. Okay. So it is 7.2. It is in fraction. We have 20 and 5. So degree of freedom should be n1 plus n2 minus 2. So n1 we have 20, n2 we have 5, minus 2, it should be 23. But here it is 7.2472. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Because we have not mentioned here variance is equal to 2. Okay. So now I do one thing. I write that variance dot equal to true, and I run this again. Look it. The degree of freedom, you see what is degree of freedom now? That is 23, correct? Ram Prasad ji, why it is N16?
Sir, N1 is 16,
N1 is 20.
20.
Yeah, I explained you that thing. I show you that. The length of first is 20, length of second is 5. You see there are 20, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 16 is the only the position of first element here. Is it clear to Ram Prasad ji?
Okay, sir.
This is 16, then 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually 20 are there. No? I have also shown in the table. I will show you that table also. Whether I have explained that in table. You see 20, 3 wine quality and 9 wine quality 5. But there is some algorithm they have changed in the parametric test. Okay. So degree of freedom concept, Brijendra, you are asking. I just give you one very simple example about it. Okay. So degree of freedom, suppose you have 100 rupees. You have 100 rupees. And you have to distribute it in 5 persons. Okay. For the first person, you have choice. You could give him 100, or you could give him 1 rupees or 2 rupees or 5 rupees or 50 rupees. You have choice. Suppose you give him 10 rupees. It is your choice. Second person, you have again choice out of 90. Okay, your freedom is going down. Here you have out of 90, you give him 20. Third person giving you 40 rupees. Then you give Then you give 5 rupees to fourth person. And the fifth person, what you will give? You have any choice? You have to finish 100 rupees overall. Do you have any choice? Vijay? So degree of freedom you have only for 4 persons out of 5. So n we have 5 and the degree of freedom is n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4 degree of freedom you have only. Does that make sense to you? Okay. At 5 your freedom lost. So that's why you have 2 samples. One sample N1 has 20. Second sample N2 has 5. So we are subtracting N1 minus 1 and N2 minus 1. And then we are adding this. So I have written that formula N1 plus N2 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2 in this way. So it is 20 plus 5 minus 2 is equal to 23. Does that make sense to everyone? But in pair-wise t-test, what we have done earlier, paired-wise t-test, it is n minus 1 only. Because the number of variables should be same, number of observations should be same in the both variable. As we have seen earlier in the previous test, I will explain you that also. Just a moment. This pair t-test we have taken, there are 200 observations. So each column has the 200. We are not taking the 400. Here we are taking the 200 only. Okay, so n minus 1, that is n minus 1. Does that make sense to you? 200 minus 1 is 199. It is the pairwise t-test now. The same pre and post concept is running over there. Okay. So here you see there is 0.005. So it is our null hypothesis has been rejected. Okay. Our null hypothesis has been rejected. One more thing I would like to explain. Here you see when we conduct this pairwise t-test, we get here the difference of mean. Okay. And here we get the mean of both the variables because the number of observations are different. So here we get the mean of x and mean of y. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So for independent t-test, we always first test the equality of variance. Okay. But that is for the variance dot test. Is it clear to all? Now we see about the ANOVA. I am just taking the one-way ANOVA. And we have the alcohol, which is numeric, and the factor of quality. I am taking the all qualities. I have how many qualities I have explained you here. Qualities, how many qualities we have. So we have these qualities. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 qualities we have. Okay. Out of 7, we want to know whether there is a significant difference in the percentage of alcohol or not. Okay. So what we are doing, the AO is the ANOVA variance. Alcohol tilde factor, it should be in factor. The quality is not be in the character, or because the quality is a discrete variable. This would be the categorical variable. The categorical we require in the factor form, and the data is wine quality. The name which we have given to this data. Okay. And here I run this, and then I will show you the summary of this fit. I have given the fit name. So it is the degree of freedom is 6. Why? Because it is the factor quality. Quality is 7 quality. So n minus 1, 6. Does that make sense to everyone? Is there any doubt? And here you see the degree of freedom is 4891. The total number is 4898. Why it is so? So I will write that formula to you. So here for this factor, k is the number of category, k minus 1, which is 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. And for this residuals, we have the n minus k. And we have total number of observation, which is 4898. Or k is 7 we have. So 4891. Does that make sense to everyone? Why it is 6 and 4891? Yeah. Of this, Bijendra, you have to read the ANOVA book. Okay, we could not explain in that way, in the depth. Yeah. Okay. Now it is the formula you keep in your mind. For the residuals, we take the n minus k, the number of categories, whatever you are taking. Okay. So that is it is chi-square. We have a different formula for degree of freedom. We have a different formula for degree of freedom. For the ANOVA, we have the one categorical and the one numeric. So in numeric, the total number, we deduct the number of category. Is it clear? Does that make sense to you? Now, oh, but in ANOVA test, what happens? It is the less than 0.05. It means there is significant difference in alcohol in various wine quality. Is it that? Am I okay? Right? Is it the same meaning? No? So there is percentage of alcohol has significant difference in various quality. So, but I don't know whether the quality 3 and 4 has significant difference, or 4 and 5 has significant difference or not, and 3 and 5 has significant difference or not. If any one group has this significant difference, then ANOVA says there is significant difference. Only one group. We have so many groups here. We have the wine quality 1, oh sorry, 3. It starts from 3, 3 and 4, no? 3 and 5, 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 3 and 8, 3 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 group this. Then 4 and 5, 4 and 6, 4 and 7, 4 and 8, and 4, 8, 9. So these groups we have got. Then 5 and 6, 5 and 7, 5 and 8, and 5, 8, 9, and 9. Okay. Sorry, I will know this here. So then 6 and 7, 6 and 8, 6 and 9, then 7 and 8, 7 and 9, and 8 and 9. How many groups we have? We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many groups we have? 6, 5, 11, and 11, 4, 15, 15, 3, 18, 18, 3, 21 groups. So if this significant difference occurred only in one group, suppose this occurred only in this group, so ANOVA will respond there is significant difference. Respond gives the value in this way. Does that make sense to everyone? So in practically, I don't like ANOVA. Okay. I don't like this ANOVA test. I like the pairwise t-test. Okay. Pairwise t-test, wine quality, alcohol, wine quality, and the quality, wine quality, alcohol, wine quality, quality. P adjustment, I am taking the Bonfroy method. There are various methods. You could see the syntax of this, and I will show you. Look at this. These are the p values basically. Okay, pairwise comparison using t-test with pooled SD. Okay, it is through the Bonfroy method, p adjustment method by the Bonfroy. And 3 and 4, there is a p value 1 which is greater than 0.05. So is there is a significant difference or not? There is no significant difference because the value is more than 0.05. So there is no significant difference between wine quality 3 and 4 with respect to alcohol. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Also in 3 and 5 there is no difference. 3 and 6 no difference. But 3 and 7 there is significant difference. The p-value is 0.00006. And 388 there is significant difference. 3 and 9 also there is significant difference. Does that make sense to everyone? Similarly, we could compare the other groups also. Okay. Getting everyone? Radhakrishnan, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, pairwise t-test is better than ANOVA. If you have a requirement to find out the so many groups, the categorical variables, then you find out in this way. Pairwise t-test is better than that. Okay. Apply test. What?
Can we apply post-hoc test?
Which?
So Durable-Vanston test.
No, you have just written that, sir, can we apply test? What does it mean?
Post-hoc
T apply.
test.
Achha, this one. This is not a test. T apply is a for loop family function. I want to know the mean of alcohol of each wine quality. So I am using this. The 3 wine quality having the mean of average, mean of alcohol is 10.34 in this way. I am getting the mean value, mean of that alcohol quality. Alcohol in each quality, mean of alcohol in each quality. In 3 quality, there is the alcohol mean is that. Okay. It is not a test. Now we get the asterisk value for significant. We get the asterisk value for significant. This is the for 5% you get this single asterisk. For 10% you will get dot. For 1% you will get double asterisk. Here we will search the manually, you could search it, no? Less than or greater than. Will not get here a strict value. In the pairwise t-test, we won't get it. Okay. So this was the t-test. Now we come to chi-square test. Okay. There are 3 types of chi-square test we have. Yeah, lots of value in the pairwise t-test. There's a data analytics, Bajendra. It's not a coding writing work. Okay, so we have to use. Okay, so I will see you the that D data we have taken for that race and this all, and about the writing, reading. I am taking the race. How many? I will show you that. There are 4 races. 24 in one race. There are 24 students, and the second race there is. Race is just like a SC, ST, OBC, and the general like that. Okay. American is running in this way. There is a race. So these are the races. How many are there? And I will get the proportion table for that. So 12% is race 1, 5% about from race 2, and 10% from race 3, and 72% about from race 4. Suppose we are hypothetically we are taking it's not a race here for this example. uh, I take it as a caste category, okay, not race. So one is for I am taking one for ST, two for SC, no, three for other backward class, and fourth for general. Does that make sense to everyone? In a school or in offices, government has given some distribution. The 10% there should be ST candidate, and the SC scheduled cost should be 30%, and backward class should be 10%, and general class should be 50%. Does that make sense to everyone? Hypothetically, we are taking this. This is the government norm, suppose. Okay. Is there any doubt? It is the government norms, and in some department they have they want to know whether there is significant difference or not. This distribution, this probability distribution is fitted here or not. So this test is the chi-square test. We have three type of chi-square test. First is goodness of fit. Goodness of fit. Second is test of independence. And third is homogeneity test. So we will do these two, not the homogeneity one. Okay. So I remove this. So first we are taking about the goodness of fit. Whether our race, the number of persons, the students, whatever, they are from this race or not, this caste or not, maybe. So I am taking the table. We have to use the table here in the chi-square. I have shown you this table. This table. Sorry. I have shown you this table here. This table we will take here in the chi-square, not the proportion table, only the table. It will convert in proportion automatically. And here we have to write down the parameters by which distribution you want it is fit or not. Okay, it may be some expected distribution like binomial, Poisson, whatever you want, you could write here. Does that make sense to everyone? So the function is chi-square test dot test table race, and I run this. I will get here chi-squared value, which is 61.067. Degree of freedom is 3 because we have the 4. So 4 minus 1, 3. 4 category. Okay. Why it is 3 in this way? It is in this way 3. Okay. And the p value is very low, which is negligible. So there is significant difference. There is significant difference in these two distribution, actual and probability distribution. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, Remy.
In your script, you have written table D-rays compared to the probability 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, and 0, 5. But
Yeah.
the D-rays contain the frequency, not the proportion.
Now this we have taken from our side. This is not in the question. We want to see this, whether this distribution fitted here or not.
Okay. يعني chi-square test will automatically transform the table, the frequency in table D-rays to the proportion.
Yeah.
Okay.
This we are taking the goodness of fit test. There are three tests in chi-square, three types of tests.
Yes,
One is the goodness of fit, second is the test of independence. So we will see that say test of independence also.
Okay.
So the goodness of fit, the some certain thing fits in certain probability distribution or not. Okay, so that is the probability distribution. We have this much, and here our this distribution fits or not. So this distribution does not fit here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've shown this proportion also. So this proportion 12, this is 10. This proportion 0.05, it is 3.3, 30%. Here you see the 5% only. So it is not fitting here, na? You see here. Is it fitting? It is okay. It is the 100. So it is okay. 0.1. This one is, third one is okay. But this is the 72%. Here is the 50%.
I was just wondering why we didn't compare P with respect to the proportion dot table.
Proportion table. So this is the, for this this I have prepared this proportion table, and this is the norms given by given to us, already given to us.
Okay.
Okay, this probability distribution is given to us, whether this proportion fitted here or not. We have to check this thing.
Okay. Thank you,
So,
sir.
okay.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Is there any doubt, anyone?
Sir, in this chi-square test, does it show confidence interval as well?
No. It will not show that confidence interval.
I mean, in earlier test, in t-test, you have
Yeah.
shown, but in
The
this,
figure of this is like that. It is not a like different sort of figure we get here. It is basically one tail, but we assume it is a two tail test. Okay.
right.
We
But
could find it out. We could find it out, but we have to use some formula over there.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to know if there is any argument within this chi-square test function. If it is available, then we can use. Otherwise,
No, it is, there is no that thing.
okay. Fine, sir.
Now we see test of independence. Suppose we have two things. Is there no significant relation between socioeconomic status and gender? In that school, SES and gender has no relation. We want to know that. The girls are from the rich family and the boys are from the, in this way. You know, the medium scale and this, that. You want to know that. Is there this sort of thing? You want to check it. Does that make sense to everyone? Both are the categorical here. In the test of independence, both are categorical variable. This and this. Is it clear? I will first show you the table of this. Look at this table. This is my SES, low, medium, high. And this is the male and boy and girl, male, female. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. And we have to check, these are the frequency only. We have to check whether this female variable, which is the gender, and this SES are dependent to each other or not? They are independent or dependent? Does that make sense to everyone? They are associated or not? Association we are going to find it out. Is it clear to you? Test of independence we have seen, test of goodness we have seen, test of independence we are studying, and the test of homogeneity. We will see that. It is not here, but we will do in the with the linear regression, the logistic regression. We see the homogeneity. Okay. So this is the table, and we conduct this test now. Here I am getting degree of freedom 2. So here the different formula we use for the degree of freedom. DF is equal to C minus 1 into R minus 1. C is the column, number of column, 3 columns we have. So it will be 3 minus 1, and the number of row we have 2 rows. So 2 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So degree of freedom 2. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Okay. So there is a value 0.1014. 0.1014 is greater than 0.05. So there is no significant association between SES and gender. Does that make sense to everyone? They both are independent. They are not dependent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, first I remove this one. Now I am doing one more for chi-square for the race and SES now. Both are the categorical here. Race is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the SES is 1, 2, 3. So I will show you first the table, and first I do the chi-square test. This is my table. Okay. Or now I perform this chi-square test. You see, we are getting one warning here. In chi-square test, chi-square approximation may be incorrect. R is telling that this may be incorrect. Why? Can someone explain?
Less than 5.
Yeah. Why this warning message I am getting?
Because we have some frequencies less than 5.
Correct, Rimi. You are right. Absolute right. Correct. I just want to listen that word only. So the frequency wherever the less than 5 or 5 in the some cell, then we have to use yard correction sometimes. But here we not use the yard correction in R, we use the Fisher test instead of chi-square. In the Fisher test, they have used the algorithm of yard correction. It will give us the chi-square value, Fisher test also. Okay. So that we have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here. So these are the due to this warning we are getting. Okay. So what we are using instead of chi-square, now we will not apply this chi-square. We will apply the Fisher-Tropsch test. Okay. And the same attribute is same. I will do it. You see, here I am getting the Fisher exact test for count data is 0.007329. So we will take this test instead of that. And otherwise we could do the yard correction also, but that is the manual process we have to perform here. Okay. So better to use the Fisher exact test, and it is the 0.0073. It means there is a significant relation between race and SES, because the general category people may be from high income group. Just we are hypothetically taken that the SC and this all we are not considering as a race, because I don't know the what are the name of the races they use. So the general category persons having high income group, or it may be like that. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, sometimes we have to check whether our data is normal or not. Okay. So, I am making and the random normal distribution I am taking for 1000 observation. Here the mean would be 0 and standard deviation would be 1 because it is on the G scale. So I have given the name Z. Okay. So if I show you the graph of this histogram, you see it. It is a normal. It is a normal. It is just normal. If I show you the skewness of this, just I run the library site. I will show you the skewness of this. Minus 0.19. It is less than 0.05. The negative or the positive side. So it is the normal basically. Okay. Now I want to know I use the Shapiro test and I run this. So the value is less than 0.05, then it is a normal. Okay. Shapiro will normality test value is less than 0.05, it is normal. If it is greater than 0.05, it is not normal. Okay. So it is a normality test if we have to check. One more data I am taking, the uniform distribution I am taking of 400 observation. Okay. And I run this. I am using the set seed here and taking this. Minimum would be 0 and maximum would be 1 in the random uniform distribution. In the default, okay, by default, not in the all. That is near to 0. And if I make a histogram, you will get the histogram would be like this, the uniform. Uniform means the frequency would be almost same of all. No, it is not always not a fixed uniform. Does that make sense to everyone? Now I take the Shapiro test for this. What is it? It is again less than 0.05. Again less than 0.05. It is also a normality. Okay, normal, it will say the normal distribution. But it is not actually normal. So there is some Weakness in Soifrio will normality test. There are so many tests you could perform for the normality. Okay. So it is also less than, because the 10 to the power minus 10. So it is also very, very near to 0. I use the beta distribution. We have one normality test which is Anderson-Darling test. Is a statistical test whether a given sample of data is drawn from a given probability distribution. In its basic form, the test assumes that there are no parameters to be estimated in the distribution being tested, in which case the test is itself critical values is distribution free. No? Set of critical values that way. Or here what Shapiro test what we are doing, I will explain with that also. Shapiro in the last. Shapiro will test is a test of normality in frequentist statistics. The null hypothesis of this test is that the population is normally distributed. Thus, if the p-value is less than the alpha level, then the null hypothesis is rejected and there is evidence that the data tested are not from a normally distributed population. Okay, it is in this way. I am going wrong. P-value is less than chosen alpha level. So alpha level we have taken 5%. Okay. Then the null hypothesis is rejected and there is evidence that data tested are not from a normally distributed population. In other words, the data are not normal. So we have got here in the first test, why it is less than, so it is not telling, it is I think something wrong. I just check it why it is so. I have taken 1000 and histogram we are watching, it is normal, and we have seen that skewness, and then we test this through Z, and oh, it is higher. That time it was wrong. I think what the mistake I didn't know. It is 0.65, so it is normal. Okay, it is normal. Okay, it is normal. It is the null hypothesis, the test is that the population is normally distributed, null hypothesis. So it is normally distributed. Our null hypothesis has been accepted. Okay, sorry for that misconception. Because of that value, I have got it. Okay, because we have taken the normal distribution. So is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Some mistake has been occurred over there. I don't know what was there. And we see this in the X uniform distribution. So it is less than that. You will see if I write here X. So it is less than 0.05. So it is not normal. So I will see what was the reason behind that. Why it was. We have taken the Z value. We have run the Z. In spite of that, it is what that. I think something, maybe some mistake over there. I don't know. For the beta distribution, if I say, So it is not normally distributed. Okay. Anderson-Darling is also best one. I have written here AD test. We have to use the library this, and I just explain you about it. Anderson-Darling test for normality. Okay, it's also some people use the CFTO test, some free test sometimes give some wrong, so we could apply this also. We could apply the Y. It is on X we see on Z. Okay, we see on Y. Okay, this is the normal QQ plot, quintile and quintile plot we are watching here. This is the for X and X. We are the QQ north, QQ line. X we are making here. So it is the normally distributed. It is showing that the Y we see it is not normally distributed, and the for it is for X it is not normally distributed for X is not normally distributed. The all points is not on this line. Okay, it is outside the line here, also away from the line. Y is also not, because the points are away from the line, and the Z I will show you. So these are all very near to this line. So this is the normality test. The points should be on this line. Does that make sense to everyone? Through this plot, we could also judge it. Is there any doubt? Our session, tomorrow will be the last class, not today. Okay. So I just see what I have taken here. I don't know. I will use some syntax here for ggplot2. First, I want to understand X and Y. What is my data frame X and Y? X and Y is the data frame for that our X and Y beta and the uniform distribution we have taken 400. That is the X and Y, I think. Okay, this X and Y is that. X is this. X is our that thing. Okay, I got it. And I am making one plot through this DF. Is the uniform distribution, and geom density color red, and state function I am taking the function d norm, density norm distribution, and arguments list mean is equal to mean of d dollar x and the SD of d dollar x d and df dollar x. Okay, color green. And the title of this visual normality test for X. So I have prepared this one. So it is my actual X curve in red for this X. And this is my density normal curve I have prepared for the mean of X and the SD of X. So it is like that. So this is showing that it is not a normal. Our data is not a normal, it is the uniform. So visual normality test for X. There's the reason is above here. Here you see. And here I am taking for some other. For Y. Y is our beta distribution. And That is the, here I am comparing this with the state function like the uniform distribution. Why with beta distribution I am comparing with uniform distribution, the density uniform distribution. There is the parameter is not mean and SD. There is the parameter minimum and the maximum. Okay. So this is my actual and this is my uniform. Okay. So this is not compulsory, but I have just used it. Random log normal. I am taking this distribution and the aptitude test I am using here V1. We see what happens. There I have given so many things. So it is also normal. Log normal is a normal distribution. Okay. And then the log normal I have taken, and then the density of normal I have taken, and I will show you this one. First I run this data frame, then I will show you this. So this is near about same. The log normal of the same data and the normality would be approximate same. Okay. It is the T distribution I am taking. I'll show you the RT. Student T distribution is that. So I'll just run this. And I am Anderson Darling T test I am taking. So it is less, so it is not normal. And I will show you that graph also. It is showing it is normal. The visual normality test for V2. V2 we are taking, we have something wrong. The T distribution would be normal of T distribution. But the value is not proper we are getting here. I just see. And the normality test. 8.546. You see the normality in the Anderson. How we check it? The statistical test whether a given sample of data is drawn from the given probability distribution. It is basic form. The test assumes that there are no parameters to be estimated in the. But the Anderson, what parameter we have to take? I have to see. You see the alternate hypothesis data is not normal. Data is normal. But it's okay for the all tests. We see the null hypothesis is a normal, data is normal, but it is giving us the value less than 0.05. Sometimes the tests are not appropriate. Normality test, I don't rely on the normality test mostly. You see, this test we have made the t distribution is always the normal distribution. I feel so, and it is actually the normal distribution, and we are taking this, and this value is it is showing that the non-normality, and if we see the QQ plot for this, make a QQ norm plot for this. See. Normally, safety test could not be here because it is the between the range is higher, the data size is greater, the 60,000. It we could apply only the 5,000 or something like that. So I use here V2. It is little bit outside here. The extreme sit is not proper. It is going outside, so it is not normal. But when we prepared this graph ggplot, aesthetic V2, and I have taken the red, and this I take the green, the normal d norm for that, and if I show you this, so it is same, red and green, little bit difference over here. It is a normality. And tomorrow we study some non-parametric test, Kruskal varies, Mann-Whitney test, and the factor analysis. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It is okay for today, I think. Is there any doubt? Anyone?
Thank
I
you,
have
sir.
a doubt.
No doubt, Aditya. You don't have any question?
Yes, I have a question, sir.
Ask.
Sir, if the variable is given, can we determine its distribution? I mean, if we don't know which distribution it follows, so is there any library where it can indicates us that this particular variables are following this particular distribution?
Well, we could test it. Chi-square test. Through chi-square test, we could apply different distribution, and we could find it out. Whatever we have, some. I don't have idea about that library.
Okay, okay.
Okay. And anybody else have?
Sir, in chi-square test for independence, there are both categorical data. For goodness of fit, which category data selected?
The goodness of it, we take the that numeric data one. Okay. And one is the probability distribution we use there. Okay.
Only numeric data.
Test of independence. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Anybody else? Okay. Radhakrishna, I have sent that mail to you.
ठीक है sir, I have seen and then I have replied also. That link, if you can share it, I will take the recording.
No,
I have written email of the.
I have sent the attachments there.
I have seen, sir. That is CSV and then some R scripts are there.
Yeah.
But the link is not there, sir. The
It is
recording
not.
link.
Recording that link. Okay, I will send it.
Later
Link
you can. Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you. I have seen and then replied.
I have to see the video first, then I could send. It is in the folder. There are so many folders.
Okay,
I have to
okay.
see
Yeah.
the day wise. I have to see the list. Then I could see the video. Then I could send it.
Yeah.
It was I have sent from my system the files
Okay.
as an attachment. From there, that is we have to see that our advanced which video is that.
Yeah.
I will send
Take
the
it,
link.
sir. Yeah.
I will send it.
Yeah.
Okay, Suresh Kumar ji, I have sent to you also.
Receipt, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So I have sent all the data sets and the files, whatever.
Last week.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Possibly that video might be in the last week's sessions between Wednesday to Saturday. Last week.
Yeah.
That regression.
But I could not have time, so I have so many works is pending on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I could not get the time to send the mess. Yesterday material I have not uploaded up to now.
Then one more
Tonight
thing.
I will upload the yesterday's that whatever the stuffs of the all batches.
The Python 2 materials are pending. The last 2 days materials.
Last 1 day recording we don't have.
No,
but
sir.
material I will upload the material.
9th day recording we don't have. 9th day. 10th day recording.
Yeah. So I will upload that. I will upload that. I could not. Okay. I will upload it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Tomorrow
you.
morning I will do it all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take your time. Yeah.
Or we will start the R3 later on.
Okay,
I
sir.
think the next week we will start. I think so.
Okay.
From Tuesday.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It would be alternate days. Tuesday, then Thursday, and then in the way.
So you keep sending the links to finished participants also, so that we can share it to some of our friends and some groups, so that you can get new students also.
Yeah. So I will send the link to you.
Whenever you commence a new batch on any class, so just send to us. We'll share.
Of course.
Sir, small
Thank you,
request there. If you can keep a gap of some days between this R2 session and R3 session, that would be better.
Okay, so I would like to share some assignment to you.
Otherwise, divorce rate would increase.
Yeah. So I will share some assignments tomorrow for whatever the chapters we have covered up to now. From the univariate analysis, we will start from the first chapter, that is the R basic concepts and basic syntax. So one assignment for that, I have the assignments, I will send to you. You do it whenever you get the time, one by one.
No problem.
Okay. And I will send you the solution also along with that. But you don't see the solution first.
Yes.
Now, in this condition, I will send you the solutions also. First, you use your own mind, your logic to solve the assignment. When you stuck somewhere, then you use that for understanding purpose. Okay. So for the visualization, every chapter, I will send you all the assignment, its solutions and the data sets, whatever we required over there, solving the assignments. Okay. So tomorrow I will share it. Okay.
Fine.
So you could have time. So we will not start from the next week. We will start later on. So first you solve these assignments, try to solve. So you would get the confidence. We are able to do something. है ना कि हमने नारियल फोड़ दिया चलो हैं so that is the thing है ना so I will share it tomorrow of the all chapters what we have read up to now.
नहीं तो घर वाले बोल रहे हैं आप गुरुकुल ही ज्वाइन कर दो अभी.
अच्छा गुरुकुल
नहीं मतलब इतने दिन से 7 से 9 बैठे हैं, वो बोले बेटर है गुरुकुल ही अटेंड कर लो सर का.
तो यहाँ इतनी बड़ी जगह नहीं है यार मेरे फ्लैट में, उसके लिए कहीं अपन को जगह लेना पड़ेगी, आश्रम बनाना पड़ेगा क्या,
बराबर।
कहीं जगह अपन को जुगाड़ना पड़ेगी। और बाबाओं के तो बड़े ऐसे हैं आजकल, बाबागिरी, बाबा वैसे कम हो गए हैं आजकल, अब रिक्वायरमेंट भी है ना गुरुकुल्स की, क्या
बराबर।
सब बाबा तो अंदर चले गए, एक आध दो बचे हैं बस, क्या
नहीं, हमारे घर वाले छोड़ देंगे हम लोग को, वो सही।
चलो ठीक। आप भी राधा कृष्ण जी मुंबई में ही हैं?
Yes, sir.
हैं?
Yes, sir. Right now I'm in Mumbai, but
हाँ।
I used to go to Nirman Bhavan,
Where?
Delhi. Nirman Bhavan, Ministry of Health.
Okay, basically you are from where?
I settled in Bombay, sir, but for this non-communicable disease, as I earlier also I said, for that, I used to go to Nirman Bhavan.
Okay, नहीं, basically मतलब you are from where?
Yeah, basically my grandparents from Kerala, Palakkad.
Yeah.
And
Your
then
language tone says that, na, you are from the south somewhere.
Yeah. And then my grown up and the schooling and everything is from Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So I know very well Tamil, then Malayalam I can speak very little. And then I moved to Bombay.
Okay.
So I settled here from 1994.
Okay.
So
Mumbai.
Yeah, Mumbai. Yeah, I well settled here. But for this assignment, I used to go to Nirman Bhavan, Delhi. Most of the time I used to spend there. Yeah. I am also looking for some other opening, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, like in government data, we are not able to do anything. A non-communicable disease is the coming up field, but the thing is that we can't touch any data. So that is the big this thing. By attraction I came, and then I left the earlier job. I was working with contraceptive use, that research, and then I left that, and then I came by pulling factor that the NCD is a good this thing. Okay. So after landing here, I spent 1.5 years here. But I couldn't, do any much research on NCD.
Okay.
So because this is a government program, and then if I want to run any research apart from this, and then I have to get the permission from my office, and then government also, which is a cumbersome job. Getting anything from ministry is a hell lot of problem. So
that's the problem in India only. In the foreign countries, you see they do the good research. Because they got these all permissions over there. No?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Even in Afghanistan, the HMIS data is more than, very better than our Indian HMIS.
Openly, they put on their sites this sort of data. Yeah. You could download from there and you could use it.
Yeah.
They give the APIs.
Yeah.
So they charge some money for that APIs if you want to use.
Yeah.
You could use the data.
Yes, sir. But here I am not able to use the data, nor I am not able to run any other research. So fed up ho gaya, I'm just that's why I'm looking for another this thing, sir. Yeah.
In India, research is strangled by policies and these kind of things.
Sorry?
In India, research is strangled by these kind of policies and such process. Researchers are suffering a lot.
We say that there are no researchers and no scientists in India. There are scientists and researchers are in India itself. But the government is not providing us the support.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes, sir. So that is what so much data is there in the server, but nothing I could touch. So I am also screaming from the day one, give me something, because as long as I am attached with the ministry, you have to trust me, and then I will give some strategic information so that that can be implemented in the field. But all the data keeping in the server, what we can do, pickle and then eat also. So you do anything, you say anything, nothing will work out, sir. It's very pathetic, I don't know. It's very waste of all money, and then all ashas and then ANM are squeezed by this program, but they are collecting all this thing for the very few, very meager amount of money, and then the data is stored here. Nothing, we are not able to do that. Some
Oh,
parliamentary question will come, and then only they will address those questions. That's it. So ridiculous.
really?
Maybe you can ask about a non-disclosure agreement. That would be that's how like things work here. Like in my company, I work in a retailer.
Yeah.
So here we have all the data. Like here, like in India, you have PAN card. Here we have the social security number.
Yeah.
So we have, like, I have the data which has your social security number, your address, your
Yeah.
sex, your age, but
Okay.
I cannot do my analysis on, I cannot do an analysis on your demographics. So I cannot say that a person who's 25 years of age, whose income is 100,000 on like spends this much in retail,
Okay.
That is what I cannot do. But when I go into a non-disclosure agreement wherein whatever analysis I do,
Yeah.
I cannot put it on my resume. I cannot share it with anyone. Even if tomorrow I go for an interview,
Yeah.
I cannot say that, okay, I did this market basket analysis, which does this. I cannot do that. So
Yeah.
that's why they could share the data with me.
Yeah.
For that, also, we have to send a letter to all the consumers that
Okay.
this is how we're using your data.
Yeah.
Because in every state, they have their own laws here in the United States. So in California, they are very strict.
Okay.
So like whatever things we do, we have to run it through our legal that, okay, this
Yeah.
is the analysis we are trying to do.
Yeah.
Even like, I'll give you an example of the clothing. In clothing, you have menswear, you have kids wear, you have women's wear.
Yeah.
Right? But you cannot do your analysis on that. You have to do your analysis only at how much money is spent on clothing. You cannot even bifurcate it on men's, women's, kids.
Yeah.
So it's there. But when I do the analysis,
Yeah.
I can even go at like, let's say men's, I can say, okay, innerwear out, when you go out, when your t-shirts, I can go to that level, but I cannot give that analysis, like how I did the analysis, what are the data, what is the analysis. I cannot share it with the people outside. So maybe
Yeah.
that could be in India. Like when I was in India, I worked for like 4 years in the skill development with the Ministry of Rural Development, MORD. So there again, it was that we had data from the villages area because we were doing skill development, right? So below poverty people, you give them financial skills of this handiwork like
Yeah.
plumbing, carpentry, so that they can start earning a living.
Okay.
But that data was so much, but that never came out of the Ministry of Rural Development databases. We were not even allowed. We were said, okay, you can come in, share, but you cannot. Even our laptops were told, okay, whatever things you're doing, you have to connect to our servers and do the analysis there.
Yeah.
Not copy any file from there to your local system.
Yeah.
That is bad in India. But here,
Absolutely.
like as Praveen was also saying that outside of India, getting data is easy.
Yeah. I
That's the
request you.
problem in India.
Yeah. Yeah. I said you remove all PII, personal identification information, and then give me all other records, raw records. By state-wise, I could do some meaningful, analysis, and then I will give some strategic, information. Accordingly, you can strengthen your program. Nothing is working out. That letter is still there only. I'm not, so I will have to move.
I worked with the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. I was a consultant over there. And there was a problem that they were providing. There are 3 verticals. One is for the beneficiary, like the slum beneficiaries. They were providing 2.5 lakhs for constructing their jhopadi in a good house.
Yeah.
So Mr. Modi came to Pithampur and distributed those home near before few days, no?
Mm-hmm.
Before 1 week, I think.
Okay.
I was in that project.
Uh-huh.
Because what happened over there, because the Supreme Court had decided the Aadhaar card would not be mandatory. So this weakness, some people got the benefit.
Mm.
No.
That
So
is
it was not mandatory. You could not ask them to mandatory for the Aadhaar card for all the members of the family.
yeah.
But the person who came to us for that 2.5 lakhs demand for
Yeah.
their home, we asked for only him. And we have not, they have not developed any algorithm.
Oh.
So then they appointed me and asked me we have to control on this, the male faction, whatever is running over there. The husband is also taking 2.5 lakh and the wife is also taking 2.5 lakh.
This is what, yeah.
And their sons and daughters is also taking.
Mm.
In the slum, you don't say there is
Very
a number,
difficult.
that is very difficult, the slum area.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So then we went to Supreme Court.
Mm.
I suggested them to go to Supreme Court and ask for this particular scheme. We want this mandatory.
Yeah.
So Supreme Court gave the permission.
Mm.
So we have applied the that duplicate match function we have in the R.
Yeah, correct.
percent and match. I applied that in the algorithm of that portal.
Okay.
If you feed the Aadhaar number of your wife and first you feed your Aadhaar number, that is okay. You have not taken the loan, taken that money. That is not a loan, that is a grant. And if you fill your wife's Aadhaar number, he has taken somewhere from some other district also, all over India. So it will be blocked. Form will be blocked.
Okay.
So that I have done over there. It should be blocked. Nobody could fill that.
Correct.
So in this way, I have worked for 6 months and I have done everything clear on there. Then I give up. I mean, it's my work has completed now.
Okay.
What I will do? They asked me, police, you see it, you come to the office, we are giving you the salary, just come and sit here. Okay, I am not taking for the seat. I don't spoil myself sitting here. So we are the person of here for work. We are not for the sitting like the.
Correct.
I gave up it.
Yeah.
Then I joined some IT company and that.
Okay.
So we have the option. So we don't have need.
Yeah.
It was a semi-government job and I was getting good salary over there, but I gave it up.
In India, sir, people actually look out for the loopholes.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, like here, even for the corona testing, here in US, they say that, let's say I am in one state and I do my corona test, I cannot go to any other state and get another corona test done. Once you do it for the next 3 months, you cannot get your corona test done. So I was sharing that with my friend, and he lives in my hometown Chandigarh, which is capital of both Punjab and Haryana. So one day because he is a soccer player, so one person in his team was positive. So he went to Punjab, like that Punjab area of Chandigarh, and got his corona test done. After like 2 weeks, again there was another person who was corona positive. So he went to Haryana side and got his corona test done, and he was telling me that, okay, here in India there is no such thing. You can go anywhere and get your corona test done. And I was like, no. That is why the cases every day are going up. Anything.
And in America, what is the condition of corona nowadays?
Sir, it's in controlled state. Like when you go out, you'll find people are, so like they'll be wearing masks. They keep their distance, from one another. Although the cases are going up because the president here doesn't have, the understanding. He just thinks that, okay, till the time the vaccine doesn't come out, the cases will be up. But like I have been working from home since February of this year, and they have already told us that if you want, you can work from home till next June. In India, it's opposite. They are like, no, you need to you need to come in. No work from home for you. So that's why. So my like people in India, like so Target also has an office in Bangalore. So there they have told everyone that no, because the state guidelines have been lifted, so you have to come. Whereas here it's really different, but it's the president here doesn't have the understanding. As everybody would be knowing, the understanding here is that he just thinks that it's not it's not a big problem. He just thinks it's a normal flu. That's why in the initial stages he didn't take it seriously, and now it's like there are a lot of cases. But because he has now opened different centers, like there's Walgreens is here where you can just go and get yourself tested if you feel those symptoms, and then you have the medical facility also. Like in case you are positive and you want to be at home, you will be getting medical people coming to your home every day.
Yeah, nice.
We'll be seeing that, okay, what are your symptoms? Are they changing? What, how do, what are the medicines that you need to have? In India, it's the opposite. It's like the first day they will come just to put a label on your door saying that there's a corona patient, and after that.
No. Now they are not doing that too. I have in my building, in my floor, there are 2-3 corona patients. One has checked up in the government department, government hospital. He was negative, but he was feeling some weakness, some viral. So he checked in Bombay hospital. So he was positive over there. So the private hospitals are making money. They are false positive they are doing, and they are making money. There is a thing in the India, the false positive, and that is the thing, the false positive, and in this way they are making money.
Misclassification error is high.
Yeah. That is we could say that is the sensitivity or the specificity works over there.
False positive is still good, sir, but if the false negative is high, then you don't know, like, you meet someone and then he's positive, but he has a report saying I'm negative.
No, in the government hospital they are making for positive for their earning purpose.
Right.
No, not private hospital. Sorry, not the government.
The private, yes.
Private hospital. They are making their money.
Plus, like in beds also, the number of beds which are available.
No, first they ask, do you have insurance? Yeah. If you have insurance, one of the partner here, I have a training center in Indore. So he's my partner there. So he got corona. Not the corona, the false positive, whatever, I don't know. He admitted to hospital. The Medanta hospital is here, the private hospital. So in the 4 days, they charge 1.25 lakhs through the insurance.
Oh.
So just they ask first, you have the insurance? Yeah. Okay. You have the positive. You are positive. If you say, I don't have the insurance, I don't have the money, you are negative.
Sir, in Mumbai, for treating COVID patient, the hospital and test lab gets incentives.
Yeah.
So the false positive is serious in terms of cost.
Yeah.
I mean, how many false positive they detect, they get money over it.
Yeah, true
They
positive
remain there for 2 to 3 days, and they will have bill of so much amount.
Yeah.
So
same thing was here in MP, but the chief minister of MP has now closed this thing.
It's happening. Tamil Nadu also. It's happening everywhere. In Tamil Nadu also such things happening.
Yeah. They should give the money in the account of the patient, na?
Yes, sir.
If somebody is corona effective, positive, then give money to him. Direct.
Yes,
his
sir.
account. So that's the problem over there, everywhere. everybody wants to get the benefit out of this. If you direct put the money in the account, so then they will do some adjustment with the doctors. So please give me positive report, corona positive, I will give you this much percent. This malpractices will be over there. This is India. Anything is possible in India, because I have seen in that Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the Sarpanch has got too much money. They are not giving, they are charging 50,000, give me, then I will give the 1 lakh. They are getting 2 lakh 50,000, and the 50,000 they are getting from them, and they are giving the 2 lakh only. So in this way they were making money.
Same was with a doctor in New Delhi. Because when you have to travel from one state to another, you have to get that you are corona negative, and then only they will not quarantine you in that state. Or if you have to travel abroad, still you need to have that certificate. And that person was saying that, okay, give me 5,000 rupees and I will show you as corona negative. You can go anywhere, even though you may be a corona positive case. And then people took like those videos, and then they shared it. Then people came to know that, or the authorities came to know that he was doing something wrong.
The quarantine is very must compulsory for if you somebody goes from one place to other place, one state to other state. That is compulsory. I think that the quarantine, but we don't have that much facility over here to do the quarantine to the person. Even from the persons came from the abroad, the government don't have that sort of facility that could stay them for a few days there, test it properly. I don't have that facilities.
Plus, even in that, people find their own sources. So like you'll go from one state to the other state will say, okay, we'll quarantine you, and then you'll find one of your friend who's a very good doctor, and then that doctor will approach saying that, no, he's my friend, do not quarantine him. He will be home quarantine. So you get away. But that person then is also not home quarantine. He'll be going out, meeting his friends and everything, and then just spreading if he has.
Yeah.
So that's something which is like wrong in India. Like your approach is more important than your ethics. So like if you are there, you are like, no, you have to be quarantined. That means you have to be quarantined. May the Prime Minister give you a letter saying that you do not have to quarantine. Ethics have to be, at one point, those have to be really important. Here, it's like anybody can send you a letter, but it's you who have to take the decision. And once you have taken the decision, you need to be bold in saying that, yeah, I have taken the decision. Second is you have to be correct. Because if you are not correct, even in your data, if you're not correct, then you are dead. So that's where people, once they take the decision, you have to back your decision. You cannot put it like, okay, I got the letter from here, I got the approach from here. No. If you say this is going to happen, means you are backing it up with the data that you have or whatever your authority is. In India, it's more of, okay, who do you know who can get you out? But it's changing, sir. I think with Narendra Modi, a lot of things have changed for the betterment of India. Compared to previous.
I'm in Indore. You know that the Indore is number 1 in the cleanliness Swachhata Abhiyan.
Right.
Always number 1. I know that too much change. When I came here before 15 years, I have shown everywhere there is a Kuda Karkat. Now it's very clean. But they are taking that all from home to home, door to door. They are this all. That's a very good. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow at 5, and tomorrow will be our last session. We will cover the few non-parametric test and the factor analysis over there.
Tomorrow 5 p.m.
What?
Sir, you said tomorrow 5 o'clock.
No. 5 is another class.
Okay, this is 7.
Same time.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.